Alright guys, here's the review for your coding test. This is going to be the first of 2 tests with this unit. You will be given the codes. It's not open notes, but I will give you the codes. So you do not need to memorize these numbers underneath. So for UPC codes, we're going with 31, 31, 31, 31, 313. And we're multiplying down. We get 3 plus 2 plus 15 plus 8 plus 15 plus 6 plus 9 plus 5 plus 21 plus 8 plus 6. And that total is 98. Now I like to put the numbers in multiples of 10, like 15 plus 15 is 30, and just add multiples of 10, and then whatever left over goes here. I think that's better than putting them all in your calculator. But you can use your calculator, just be very careful that when you put a lot of numbers in your calculator, it's very easy to mess one up, and all we are is one mistake away. So the total here is 98. For UPC, what you need to remember is you're going to the next multiple of 10. What plus 98 gets me to 100? The next multiple of 10, it's 2, so the check digit is 2. On the second one, same deal, I'm multiplying down. 0 plus 2 plus 27 plus 4 plus 18 plus 7 plus 3 plus 8 plus 27 plus 3 plus 3. That total is 102. And my next to get to my next multiple of 10, I add 8. Bank codes, we change the number up. It's 739, 739, 73, and we multiply down. 49 plus 15 plus 9 plus 14 plus 27 plus 9 plus 28 plus 6. I was able to combine the numbers to get a 60 and a 70 with a 27 left over. So 60 plus 70 plus 27 is 157. And for bank codes, we go to the previous multiple of 10. Essentially, your ones digit in this sum is your check digit. My check digit here is 7. So remember, UPC, next multiple of 10, bank code, previous multiple of 10. Same deal with the next one. We use the 739, 739, 73, and we multiply down. 63 plus 0 plus 18 plus 35 plus 3 plus 72 plus 28 plus 24. That total is 223, and my previous multiple of 10 is 220. What do I do to 223 to get back to 220? I subtract 3. So the check digit is 3. For my ISBN code, easiest code to remember, hardest check digit to find. We start with 10 and just count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We multiply down. 20 plus 9 plus 24 plus 28 plus 30 plus 45 plus 32 plus 3 plus 4. Those totals end up being 195. Remember, we need a multiple of 11, not 10. With multiples of 11, if it's a 2-digit number and they're the same digits, 22, 33, 44, and so on, that's divisible by 11. With 3-digit numbers, with the exception of 209, if you add the outside 2 numbers, the 1 and 5, if it's divisible by 11, it'll equal the middle number. In this case, 1 and 5 obviously does not equal 9. We need to get to 198. 198, the 8 and the 1 adds up to 9. What do I need to add to 195 to get to 198? That's 3. And that's how I got my check digit. The next one, multiply down, we get 0 plus 18 plus 40 plus 0 plus 24 plus 30 plus 32 plus 27 plus 6. When I get that total, I get 177. So the next multiple of 11 is 187. When your check digit's going to be 10, we write it as X. Any other check digit, we write the number. But if the check digit is 10 for an ISBN 10-digit code, the check digit is X. For ISBN 13 codes, it's 131313131313. We multiply down. 2 plus 12 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 27 plus 5 plus 12 plus 8 plus 12 plus 2 plus 18. And together we get 106. ISBN is like UPC codes when there's 13 digits. We go to the next multiple of 10. So what do I add to 106 to get the next multiple of 10? We add 4. Down here, 1313, 1313, 1313. Multiply down. We get 3 plus 3 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1 plus 12 plus 0 plus 9 plus 1 plus 12 plus 5 plus 18. And together, and we get 79. The next multiple of 10 is 80, so the check digit is 1. And now these are factoring. Remember, when it's just an x squared, with factoring, an x squared is a gift. Okay, we have x and we have x. That's always going to be the case when it's x squared. X and x, first spot in both parentheses. First spot in both parentheses. And now, what factors of 40 can I get to add to get 3x? Plus 8 minus 5. So now, x times x is x squared. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40. And now my middle term should work. 8 times x is 8x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. 8x and negative 5x is positive 3x. And there we are. Same deal here. X times x is x squared. Negative 7 times negative 2 is a positive 14. Now check the middle terms. Negative 2x, negative 7x combines to be a negative 9x. And now we do need to solve them. If x plus 8 equals 0, x is negative 8. If x minus 5 equals 0, my x would equal 5. X minus 7 equals 0, my x equals 7. X minus 2 equals 0, my x equals 2. Do not forget to solve them. Here we have x times x is x squared. Positive 7 times negative 3 is a negative 21. X times negative 3, negative 3x. 7 times x is 7x. 7x and negative 3x is a positive 4x. You really just need to check the middle term, and then my answers are negative 7 and 3. Here we have 6x and 10x, 16x. My answers are negative 6 and negative 10. And the reason I only have to check the middle term is if x times x didn't equal x squared, you wouldn't put it there. If 7 times negative 3 didn't equal negative 21, you wouldn't put it there. Last one, a little harder when there's a number in front of the x squared. When it's a prime number, right away, 2x and x. I have a 15, so I need factors of 15. 3 and 5 or 1 and 15. I'm always going to try the middle terms first. When I do a negative 3 and a negative 5 here, obviously it gives me my positive 15 back, but 2x times negative 5 is negative 10. X, negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 10x and negative 3x is negative 13x. And then you set them equal to 0. 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 divided by 2. It's 3 halves. Here we're just adding 5. It's 5. 3x and x, because it's a 3x squared. There's nothing else to try. My 14, it's either 2 and 7 or 14 and 1. I always try the middle terms first. 3x times a negative 7 is a negative 21x. Plus 2x, negative 21, and positive 2 is a negative 19x. So my middle term is right. I must be right. The 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. And let's be honest, if 2 times 7 didn't equal 14, you wouldn't have put it there anyway. 3x plus 2 equals 0. Subtract 2, divide by 3, negative 2/3. And here we just add 7. My answer is 7. This one, for 6, there's options. There's 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. Try your 2 and 3 first. 3x and 2x. Remember, makes no sense to put the 3 here and the 2 here because you can't have a GCF in the parentheses. Don't waste your time putting a GCF in the parentheses. So if I put 3x and 2x here, got to put the 2 here, got to put the 3 here. 3x times 3 is 9x. 2 times 2x is 4x. 9x and 4x is 13x. It works out. And then we subtract 2, divide by 3, negative 2/3. Subtract 3, divide by 2, we get negative 3 halves. Finally, if there's a GCF, you want to pull it out. In this case, 2 goes in all 3 terms, and we're left with 2x squared minus 9x minus 18, and we factor what's left. Don't worry about the GCF anymore, just bring it down. 2x and x, and then my factors of 18, I'm going to start with 6 and 3. Put my 6 here and my 3 here. Putting a 6 here makes no sense because you'd have a GCF. So put the 6 here and the 3 here. And now let's check the middle term. Negative 12x, positive 3x, gives me a negative 9x. So I subtract 3, divide by 2, negative 3 halves. Add 6, we get 6.